Hey, this is in the shade error, YouTube. And I'm pretty sure it's green circuit, not ghetto circuit. But I just wanted to share a paranoia of green circuits. I am, and this is a common thing that I've heard from like VTubers and like people who use the same operating system. I am terrified that an update will come that breaks everything on Windows 10 Pro. Kind of like sort of like a what was that, like Y2K like date problem, but like what, like just because everything works so well and is so perfect in Windows 10 Pro, it would just be so awful if an update came that broke everything. So I'm just terrified of that, or an update that forces Windows 11, because I feel like that happened before in like in a previous version of Windows that like forced for the new version. So I'm worried about like an update coming that would break everything, or basically the same thing, same type of a scenario where it would where the thing would pop up and you wouldn't have any options, and like where like it forces you to update to Windows 11. That would be awful. So this is like a public statement or a PSA for like that if it gets seen by Microsoft, like Windows 10 Pro is the last definitive and like the perfect version of Windows 10 or of Windows, and it is something that I hope will be around long after support is ended for like update support or like whatever. And then if everything does go right, I really hope that if there is any kind of like a major bug or virus affecting it, that they will come back and support it a little, just to fix, like, even though they are going to end it very soon, because today is, let me see, I have the date and I have the time at the bottom right, which is something that's persistent in Windows 11, but I still prefer a lot of things about Windows 10 Pro to it. I really like Windows 7 Pro, but Windows 10 Pro after the 8 stuff, it's the greatest thing ever. My first computer was Mac Pro, Macintosh, Power PC, Mac 9, and it had like the specs that those had at the time. And I've found, like, I do a lot of videos on my other channel that like talk about like things you can do and like software you can use to improve the operating system of Windows 10 Pro just a little bit. And I have like problem solving things and fixes for little things you might run into. I don't have that on this channel, but I just wanted to talk about it so that hopefully, like, they don't make any decisions that would jeopardize the stability of Windows 10 Pro on computers. But like Mac, you pay for Mac. Windows, you pay for Windows. And then like I don't like Alienware because they use water cooling. I don't like water cooling. And then like Alienware, you pay for the brand. Like Mac, you really pay for Mac, but like Alienware, I think you pay for the brand because they don't have very good specs on Alienware. They have a computer that but my point about that is like with getting a Windows computer, a good one, like do the research on what you want your computer to do. And I recommend Windows 10 Pro it is a great operating system, and you can get a copy of Windows 10 Pro, and then it'll just be with your Microsoft account. But there is, like, if you get the ideal CPU, the ideal, like, solid state, you get the, like, you get the, what do you call it? Like, I am really happy with the operating system, and like, as long as there's an internet connection, and like Spectrum is pretty great for internet. Like it's affordable, so like it's covered in rent for me. And like the last place I think it was Spectrum too, and Spectrum's pretty good. And then like for my phone, I use AT&T, which is the family plan, so I'm just able to have it because like it has the family plan. So my stepdad uses AT&T, and then like he provides AT&T for me, and so that's my number with the 5s, which is great. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for Windows 10 Pro, and that like it's great that I have that. It's great that I have the insurance, that I have the like I really hope that like I always that Medicaid becomes the new thing, and that because it's a pretty like the Medicaid I have with Milena is a pretty good insurance, but like this is a very paranoid video. It's like worry, like what's like things are great right now, and I really hope that nothing bad happens or nothing goes wrong. And I'm just gonna keep living in heaven on earth, and hoping for the and being grateful and thinking of things that I'm grateful for, and the true joy and happiness, and like. But I'm really glad that. Oh, also I created this widget, and it's also there's the same thing on my website. So that works for rain meter for Windows 10 Pro, and probably for Windows 11 if you do use Windows 11. And you can put it right next to this at the bottom if you want, or if you have a second screen, you can put it there next to the other date and time. But that's something I created myself. It's just a reskin of another one that works similarly. But then I made the same one that I made on my website for the time clock calendar date. But like in school, I was taught like different like editing software and Photoshop and like video editing and photography and stuff. And even the computers there, like it really some of the older versions of Windows, like they couldn't utilize the better hardware, or it seemed like they couldn't. But Windows 10 Pro, it really is able to take advantage of like if you invest in having like the ideal, like the optimal RAM, the optimal CPU and everything, like it really uses it, and it really makes a difference to invest in like the better spec computer. Because like for years, like because I specialize in photo manipulation art, and using the old Photoshops, like if you're new to Photoshop, maybe get the subscription, and like maybe because like it really holds your hand and tells you how to do everything that you want to do, and then it also has the AI tools. Like I use like the old versions, right? Like the versions right before they switched to Creative Cloud, and like. But if you are gonna there was an old version of Photoshop for like that old PowerPC Mac OS 9. There was Photoshop for that, and you can even emulate like online. You can emulate Mac OS 9 and Photoshop, and the exact same thing happens. If you try to do anything with Photoshop, it just crashes because you don't have the good enough specs. And even with the better computers with more modern RAM, like Photoshop, it really pays to have because you need for Photoshop you need like 100 something, like 100 whatever it is, rather like it's double 64. 64 works all right, but double 64 is gigs of RAM, and having good RAM, like my computer has like a server RAM, and it has whatever the brand is, and like I'm able to do Photoshop no problem. I'm able to use the lasso tool without the computer freezing up most of the time. Like there are problems sometimes, but like usually like it works with that amount of RAM. It's half of I have half of the max RAM that Windows 10 Pro can use, and it which is 64 times 2, which I'm so grateful for that, for having the RAM that just works for Photoshop, because Photoshop is like there were so many years where I had like a laptop or something that didn't have the ideal specs, and I don't have a laptop right now. I'm asking, or I'm trying to get a laptop that I'm pretty sure, because it has basically the same specs as my computer, and so like I'm pretty sure that I could do all the same things on the laptop. It's like a Lenovo laptop, and it has like the same amount of RAM. It has 4 terabytes of SSD, and it like it seems like it, and it has the latest type of graphics card by NVIDIA. It could probably play Cyberpunk. It's the same graphics card that I'm wanting to upgrade my desktop to. So like it could probably play Cyberpunk, or like play like the new games. Speaking of games, I think that it might be as good as it is, but I have a prediction that the new Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't going to, like the beer and everything, like, or everything in it, like that like seem to have such good quality reflections and everything. It would be great if it looks as good as it does, but I think that might have been done for the commercial with regular video editing special effects, and that it might not have actually looked like that whenever they were recording it in game. But it would be cool if it really was like that, and that not like because like I think that some of the newer computers, like I think things can be done with last gen systems with ideal specs. Like I think that the types of CPU or GPUs and stuff that need water cooling, I think that those are way overkill, and I think that water cooling in general isn't good, because like if you use water cooling, like water and computers don't mix very well, and I've seen a video of somebody who used water cooling on their servers, and like the water got out. Like that seems inevitable. Like you have waters going through tubes in your computers. Like what are you doing? And then also like that red Alienware computer that I was that I saw that cost so much money. Like it uses water cooling. Like what's the deal with that? But I think that like if you can afford the or because mid-tier graphics cards have like you can get like a pretty good, like a new age graphics card like the one I'm trying to get, and it just pulls 70 watts, which is, compared to the latest graphics cards, like the most powerful ones, like that's close to like a really basic one. Like some of them are really power efficient with the new capability that they bring. Windows 10 Pro forever, TikTok forever, YouTube forever. All right, there's my video.